Last month, I did a ranking of my favorite Madonna songs, but it was only of her songs that were released in the 80s. Now let's tackle my favorite songs of hers from the 90s. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, back again with another ranking. Not showing you no picture this time, I'm sorry. But anyway, today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of my Madonna songs ranking. This time it's going to be on her singles from the 1990s. Now, it was kind of a bit of different type of year because, her career started to go down just a wee bit because soon there'd be more people coming out and bringing out some more music and what have you to really go up against her. But anyway, like the first ranking, I have picked 15 singles of hers. Now, if you haven't seen the first part of my Madonna songs ranking on the 80s, click on that up there, and it'll take you to that video, just in case you might have missed it, or see it again if you'd like. But anyway, I have gone with 15 songs of hers that, even though I may not have heard a lot of these in years, but I still remember hearing them a lot since I've had the tapes and CDs with these songs on there. Now, before I get started, let me give 3 honorable mentions. These are songs that did not make it, and I will point out I decided not to put any either of the singles released from Evita on here either. Sorry. Now, honorable mentions. These 3 songs didn't make the chart. Well, this ranking. Those are Human Nature, Bedtime Story, and You'll See. So I humbly apologize, but that's how I'm going with. Now, if you're ready, let's start the ranking. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 15 is Erotica, the title track of Madonna's 5th studio album, released as the first single in 1992. Written and produced by both Madonna and Shep Pettibone, with additional writing by Anthony Shimkin. Anyway, now the song continued Madonna's exploration of spoken word vocals, which she had introduced in the song that's coming up after this. It's a pop, hip hop, and dance song with Middle Eastern influences. It's talk about, well, I can't really pronounce this word, so. With the singer using the alter ego Dita and inviting her lover to be submissive while she makes love to him. This song is, well, fine, what have you. It was well received and what have you upon its release, and some deemed it as one of Madonna's darkest and most experimental songs. The song actually made a big splash. It debuted at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the highest debuts on the chart history at the time, reaching number 3. But it did reach the top position on the Hot Dance Club Play chart. And of course, the single went gold. And the music video, well, kind of didn't get shown a lot because it was highly controversial and what have you. It featured scenes of Madonna dressed as a masked dominatrix with footage of the making of her sex book. Yeah, because she had a book called Sex. And it's combined with appearances by Naomi Campbell and Isabella Rossellini, among others. Yep. Anyway, Erotica, it's pretty good in ways. Number 14 is Justify My Love. Released as the first of 2 songs from her first greatest hits album, The Immaculate Collection, in 1990, the song was written by Lenny Kravitz, who of course was just starting to make it big in the music world, along with Ingrid Chavez with additional lyrics by Madonna. Kravitz also handled the production alongside Andre Betts. Now, cons- now Chavez was not credited on the song, which led to a lawsuit against Kravitz, eventually reaching an out-of-court settlement. Musically considered as a hip-hop, dance, trip-hop, and experimental pop track, it features spoken word vocals by Madonna as she releases her inner freak, touching on sexual fantasies and implying the position of a woman as the one sexually in control. Yeah. And there were different remixes of the song as well. And well, like the erotica video later on, of course, it never got shown. It never was shown on MTV and what have you. But anyway, despite that, the song still, however, went on to become a number 1 hit for her and went platinum. So this is another good reason why I think this is a pretty good song and what have you. But it's just something you just don't hear from. Of course, you just don't hear all these songs and what have you. You know what I'm saying? Number 13 is Deeper and Deeper. Released as the second single from Erotica, written and produced by Madonna and Shep Pettibone with additional writing for Anthony Shimkin. I'm going to tell you, this is a dance, pop, and deep house song having a disco and Philadelphia soul influence to it. The bridge features instrumentation from flamenco guitars and castanets and features background vocals from the singers' collaborators Donna DeLore and Nikki Harris. Lyrically, the song talks about sexual desire, though it has been argued that it is actually about a young man coming to terms with his homosexuality and includes a reference to Vogue, which was a recent hit for Madonna, which we'll see where that song winds up later on. Anywho, it got good reviews and what have you, and they often praise the same for returning to a more dance-oriented nature in comparison to her previous single, and singled out the Vogue sample in ways as well. The song made the top 10, reaching number 7 on the Billboard chart, so it's not too bad of a song. I like it in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean, as always, I don't mean to sound like a broken record when I talk about stuff like this. Number 12 is The Power of Goodbye. Now, this was released as the 4th single from 1998's Ray of Light, which we'll see where the title track of the album winds up. Of course, Ray of Light was Madonna's 7th studio album, written by Madonna and Rick Knowles, produced by the singer William Orbit and Patrick Leonard. Now then, the track talks about how free and empowering saying goodbye or ending a relationship can feel, lyrically. The melancholy electronica ballad features shuffle beats, acoustic guitars, and sweeping strings, arranged by Craig Armstrong. Now, I do think that was pretty good. Critics went on to recognize the song as one of the best on Ray of Light. I will say it is actually, but I'm sorry it's low though. But even so, I like it. And also praise going to its instrumentation and electronic vibe, as well as Madonna's vocals, which were compared to Frozen, which we'll see where that winds up. Anyway, it may have not made the top 10, but it still did well, going to number 11. And all I can say is I do have a little bit of memories of hearing this song at times. Well, of course, since I own the Ray of Light album on CD. Number 11 is Bad Girl. Released as the 3rd single from Erotica, this song I feel like maybe next to Burning Up from her self-titled debut album, this is this is, in my opinion, Madonna's second underrated song. Written and produced by Madonna and Shep Pettibone with additional writing from Anthony Shimkin. This song is considered to be a pop and R&B ballad with lyrics that describe a woman trying to escape her reality through self-destructive behavior such as drinking, chain smoking, and stuff like that and what have you. Still, it got good response, some knowing of the departure from Madonna's highly sexual image of the time. In retrospective views, it is now considered one of her best and most underrated singles. Boy, just exactly what I was saying. Well, it was a minor success, only reaching number 36, becoming her first single not to reach the top 30 and what have you. Though it did, however, do better in the UK, as well as in Ecuador, Iceland, and Italy. However, the music video I do remember where Madonna plays a successful but promiscuous Manhattan businesswoman who engages in one night stands with multiple men until one of them murders her. Christopher Walken played the role of her guardian angel. And I have to say, I do remember that one, as a matter of fact. And the music video was directed by David Fincher, who had recently, not recently, who the same year this came out, I believe. No way, I don't think it was. I'm sorry. He directed Alien 3. Yes, when this. Yeah, no, I was right. It was recently directed. So, anyway, and of course, he's later gone to direct Fight Club and other films. Nevertheless, I feel Bad Girl is easily an underrated song, but I like how it feels and what have you. Just so powerful and what have you in ways. Number 10. Let me see, I'm just getting a glance. Is Ray of Light. The title track of Madonna's seventh studio album. Released in 1998, it was the second single written by Madonna along with William Orbit, Clive Muldoon, Dave Curtis, Christine Leach, and produced by Madonna and Orbit. It's based on Curtis Muldoon's Saffron and is an electronic dance song with techno, trance, Eurodance, and disco influences. It consists of a main synth sound oscillating on the primary musical note of, well, an electric guitar riff. Lyrically, the song has a theme of freedom. Definitely. And I liked what critics say. It's club-friendly electric sound, lyrics, and emotional warmth. The song actually got nominated for 3 Grammys: Record of the Year, Best Dance Recording, and Best Short Form Music Video, winning those 2. It debuted and peaked at number 5, becoming Madonna's highest chart debut on the Billboard Hot 100 to date. It also reached number 1 on the Hot Dance Club Songs chart as well. Now the music video was directed by Jonas Ackerlund, who had recently done several numerous videos and what have you, as I can see, especially for, well, even one for the Prodigy, who of course were actually label mates with Madonna on Warner Bros. And I believe in her Maverick label. Of course, the same year this came out, fun fact, Ackerlund also directed My Favorite Game by the Cardigans, who you may remember them from the song Love Fool and Metallica's cover of Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band's Turn the Page from their Garage Inc. album. Anyway, Ray of Light, I think it's a good song after hearing it a few times. I've heard it in some movies as well. Number 9 is Fever. Now, this was released as the 4th single from Erotica. Now, this is a cover of a song that's been done many, many times and what have you. It was originally recorded by Lil Willie John in 1956. Of course, Peggy Lee also did this, plus a lot of others. I think you know this song and what have you. And let me tell you something. I figured she decided to take a chance as she started singing the lyrics over the song Goodbye to Innocence, which she had just recorded. She liked the way it sounded so much, so she recorded it. And let me tell you, it's really good. I liked how it had some really cool sounds and what have you. Madonna introduces original lyrics into the song. As a matter of fact, removing the chord progression of the original, which that was fine. There was instrumentation of the track that includes strings, marimba, finger pops, and lots of others. So anyway, Madonna's cover of Fever, it's pretty good and what have you. I do remember that. Mm-hmm. Number 8 is Beautiful Stranger. Now, this was released as a single from the soundtrack to the film Austin Powers The Spy Who Shagged Me in 1999, which, of course, that was a big hit, what have you, at the box office. Musically, this song is a psychedelic pop and disco song that features heavily reverberated guitars and bouncy drum loops. It tells the tale of a romantic infatuation. I've got the song on my MP3 player, which I got through her second greatest hits album. It got good reviews, praised the production, Madonna's progress with her music following the success of Ray of Light. It did well in various charts and what have you. It reached number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100 due to the radio airplay and reached number 1 on the dance charts. It also earned Madonna her fifth Grammy, winning the trophy for Best Song ran for Visual Media. And the music video was directed by Brett Ratner, who had recently directed the film Rush Hour. And of course, it also features Mike Myers, of course, playing the role of Austin Powers, of course, the International Man Mystery. Yeah, I still have some fond memories of that and how Madonna does the moves and what have you. Oh boy, it's crazy, but I love it though. Number 7 is Frozen. This is this was released as the first single from Ray of Light. And this single actually got released before my 18th birthday, as a matter of fact. Written by Madonna and Patrick Leonard, who also produced it in collaboration with William Orbit, it's a mid-tempo electronica ballad which has a layered sound enhanced by synthesizers and strings. Lyrically addresses a cold and emotionless man. But I really think this was really good. Some critics deemed it as a highlight from Real Life. The song was described as being a masterpiece, and its melodic beat and sound were defined as cinematic. It was a global success. It missed the top of the Billboard Hot 100, but nevertheless, it still became a big success. And its music video was directed by Chris Cunningham. I really liked how it was and what have you. I remembered watching it on the premiere of, well, its premiere on MTV, where it also won the Moon Man for the best special effects in a music video at the MTV Video Music Awards that same year. So anyway, Frozen's definitely an awesome song. I kind of miss hearing it, but I still like it though. Number 6 is This Used to Be My Playground. Now, this wasn't released from an album, but it came off the movie A League of Their Own, which she co-starred in with Tom Hanks and Gina Davis. Now then, Madonna co-wrote and produced this with Shep Pettibone. It was the first time that Pettibone worked with live string arrangements. And Madonna recorded the song on a Shure SM57 mic with instrumentation from piano, organ, strings, and basic drum sounds. And during the final recording, the duo had to redo the whole orchestra section to tailor it for the song. And well, I think they did pretty well and what have you. Lyrically, it discusses visiting one's childhood places and not letting go of the past. I've got to say, it was really good. It reached number one on the Hot 100, becoming her 10th number one, breaking her tie with Whitney Houston. But until Houston, well, fixed that with her cover of "I Will Always Love You" from The Bodyguard, another movie. Anyway, this used to be my playground, a good song, and I do love it. Number 5 is Rain. Now, this was released as the next to last single from Erotica. Written and produced by Madonna and Shep Pettibone, it's a pop and R&B ballad. It features a more friendly composition than the rest of the singles from the Erotica album. Lyrically, the song likens rain to the empowering effect of love, and as with water's ability to clean and wash away pain. Like the other songs on Erotica, sexual contact is also a possible interpretation of the song in ways. Nevertheless, it did well and became a top 20 hit, reaching number 14. While it did reach the top 10 in Australia, Canada, Ireland, Italy, Japan, and the UK. I have seen its music video, which was directed by Mark Romanek, who would later go on to direct various music videos like I Try by Macy Gray and Closer by 9 Nails, as well as the Robin Williams suspense thriller 1 Hour Photo, featuring Madonna singing the song against various backdrops on a set. I liked it, and I appreciate how the critics got praised it for its innovation in cinematography. Definitely, Rain is definitely a very, very good song. Number 4 is I'll Remember. Now, this was released from the soundtrack to the 1994 film With Honors, with starring Brendan Fraser and Joe Pesci, which I recently watched not so long ago. Anyway, it was a radical change in image and style for Madonna, who had received huge backlash due to her sex book, as well as the Erotica album and the film Body of Evidence. Now, of course, this was released just before she released her next album, Bedtime Stories, the same year. Well, they decided to release the song for the film after knowing most of her previous soundtrack singles had achieved commercial success. It utilizes a synthesized keyboard arrangement to bring about a continuously reverberating heartbeat sound, and Madonna's voice is supported by backing vocals. Madonna wrote the song with Patrick Leonard, who co-produced the song with her, and Richard Page also took part in this. Music critics praised this and hailed it as one of her best works. It was nominated for Best Song written specifically for a motion picture or for television at the Grammys, and Best Original Song at the Golden Globes. While With Honors didn't do so well at the box office, the song did, however, do well. It reached number 2 on the Hot 100, but however, it went to number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart, and I believe it also did make the Hot 100, the top radio airplay chart as well. It went to number 1 in Canada and Italy. Excuse me. Its music video, which was directed by Alec Keshishian, portrayed Madonna singing the song in a stylized recording studio. And her look and style were compared to the imagery of the music video of her previous song, which I just talked about, Rain. I'm just gonna say it's amazing. It did not appear on the air, Madame, but however, the following year it would be released on her ballads album called Something to Remember. Number 3 is Secret. Now, this was, let me see here, released as the first single from Bedtime Stories, Madonna's sixth studio album in 1994. This song was very good. I liked it. Now, the singer originally recorded this as a demo with producer Shep Pettibone, but however, now it's Austin replaced Pettibone's role as producer and reworked its composition, earning him a writing credit alongside Madonna. A departure from Madonna's previous musical style, since up to that point in her career, her music had mostly consisted of big sounding dance tracks and melodic ballads. This combined the pop and R&B genres with instrumentation from an acoustic guitar, drums, and strings, while lyrically talking about a lover having a secret. I love this song. This is easily a great song. With its cover art, well, the single's cover art and its accompanying music video, Madonna ushered in another image change, inspired by the look of Hollywood actress Jean Harlow. Melody McDaniel, who was a photographer, directed this due to her previous short films, and features Madonna as a singer in a nightclub in Harlem. Really something. I actually remembered seeing her perform this in her on her HBO Drowned World Tour special, where she's playing a guitar. I was surprised. I never could imagine seeing Madonna playing a guitar. Could you? Well, I just threw that out there to see if you were paying attention, but I'm really was impressed with that. But anyway, Secret is very good, and I do love it. I do have the Bedtime Stories, well, tape, and when I buy it, I played this song almost every day or two. I was so impressed with it. I was blown by it. Now, this next one, this might cause a controversy or what have you. So please don't shoot me, okay? Number 2 is, oh, please don't get mad at me for having this at 2. Vogue. Released from her second soundtrack album, I'm Breathless, in 1990, which of course served as a bit of the soundtrack to the film Dick Tracy with Warren Beatty, which she played Breathless Mahoney. It was released as the first single from the album. It was inspired by Vogue dancers and choreographers. And I gotta say, this was well known for, wow. It's a house song which set trends in dance music in the 1990s with strong influences of 1970s disco within its composition. It also contains a spoken section which Madonna name checks various Golden Age Hollywood stars. I think you know what I'm saying. Of course you do. This has appeared in remix forms on various albums of hers. Anyway, I really do think it's pretty good. It became double platinum and what have you, becoming the first single by a female artist earning a multi-platinum certification since the introduction of that level by the RIAA, that's Recording Industry of America, in 1984, and became the best-selling single of 1990. David Fincher actually directed this and takes stylistic inspiration from the 1920s and 1930s. Definitely, and had great choreography as well, and won 3 MTV Video Music Awards out of its 9 nominations. Definitely, this topped the charts in the US and all around the world. But anyway, I do love it, and it's awesome. But if that's number 2, then be surprised, because number 1 is Take a Bow. Now, this was released as the second single from Bedtime Stories, and it's a mid-tempo pop ballad written by and produced by Madonna with Kenneth Edmonds, aka Babyface. Well, despite Araka wasn't so successful, Madonna wanted to tone down her image for bedtime stories, experimenting with a new musical direction and a more radio-friendly sound. So, which of course that caused the rock album to get the parental advisory label on there. This one did not. Anyway, Madonna decided to collaborate with Babyface, whose work with other musicians had impressed her. Well, this was developed as she listened to the basic beat and chords of a piece of music composed by him. Anyway, the song was backed by a full orchestra and was the first time that Babyface had worked with live strings, per Madonna's suggestion. It lyrically talks about unrequited love and Madonna saying goodbye, and it received favorable musical, well, reviews, who praised its soulful, poetic lyrics. I heard it a few times. A friend of mine actually, gave me a tape, and they had covered that song. Really something. Anyway, it became Madonna's 11th song to top the chart and stayed on top of the Billboard Hot 100 for less than 2 months. And it broke a 3 decade long record as a female songwriter with the most number one songs, which was Carole King. But that record would later be broken by Mariah Carey later on. The song also reached number one in Canada and made the top 10 in Finland, Switzerland, and New Zealand. Michael Haussmann directed the video and was filmed in Ronda, Spain. It depicts Madonna as a bullfighter's neglected lover yearning for his love. It won the Best Female Video Music Award at the MTV Video Music Awards. So anyway, I think Take a Bow is such an amazing song, and that's why I love it. So please don't shoot me or hate me for having this over Vogue, okay? But I love this song. The song is so amazing. Definitely. And it's my top favorite. Now, I did say I've got a third one, but it's going to be a while before I do that. Possibly maybe in November I'll do it, since I'm already going to book September for Super Sci-Fi September, and of course Spooktacular October and what have you. So mind you, I will do it the third and final part in November, after I listen to a few more songs of her from the 2000 and today, because I haven't heard much of her later stuff after she did her stuff for music and hard candy and what have you. So please bear with me. Okay, enough said. So anyway, what did you think? What's your favorite Madonna song of the 90s? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my next Wide World of Games shows episode on Win, Lose, or Draw. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out these other, music rankings. In the upper left-hand corner is my ranking of my favorite songs from that little old band from Texas, ZZ Top. The upper right-hand corner is my ranking of my favorite songs from Def Leppard. Or if you would like something else, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Dick Tracy. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.